up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that was good. Good. Good try. Good try. Did I mess up the bombs? Because it felt like it looked like I landed on the block. But the thing is, I don't think you're supposed to land on the block. So I think I just screwed up the down back. I was a little nervous. I'm pretty happy though. I felt that I landed my wall jump early. So I decided to do a jump and quick nudge left. I'm gonna just nudge just a little bit more. And then it worked. Like I ended up in the right spot. Yeah, that's the 5D skip route. Have you seen that yet, Stick? It's in my PB as well, but my PB is laughably slow up until that point. My PB had a 502 bombs, but I think it beats your run to X-ray because it does that. So I'm doing the block shuffler with I'm doing the second method. So I'm going like I'm holding right. I'm doing the normalized spin jump into block shuffler, but then I'm going down left, like to do that. It gets you an extra PLM. I think I actually got 2 extra PLMs on that one, but thankfully that's fine because the way the shot method thing that you found puts an FFFF in 2 spots, so it doesn't matter which of those 2 we get. They both work. And then I'm skipping the 5D block because I'm doing the wall jumps. I leave an extra gamer alive as well, so put an extra block where I can wall jump to it. So like right after block shuffler, you're already holding. So I do right to left, right, and then I go back to holding right, and I'm still holding jump. You land. All you have to do is hold angle, turn left, and then you're set up for your spin jump. Your spin jump takes you right into where you need to wall jump. But of course, after the wall jumps, you're kind of listening for it. You're gonna land in an unnormalized position, so it's not as easy because it's not normalized. It took quite a bit of practice for me to get to the point where I can do it more often than not. And then obviously, like this section with the X-rays blind, right? Like if I'm looking at this, you can see where Samus is. You can use her visor to figure out where you're gonna unmorph and everything. Can't do that with this route because you haven't paused. Well, I should probably strike with the Iron's Hat. I'll try another run. But yeah, my PB was like 2 seconds ahead of your run, but I pushed left too much. I was nervous. I pushed left too hard on the right before the fall down to X-ray, like to where you at the very end of landing site. If you're too far left, you end up on the far left side of parlor. And then it took me like over a minute to finish instead of like being right next to the door. It took me forever to get to where I needed to be. So I lost like I didn't even bop Ruya. I lost more than a minute. But yeah, I'm close. Drewski's close too, to be fair. Drewski doesn't have the out of bounds movement as. I mean, I obviously can mess up too. I messed up that down back. I guess I don't actually know, or I messed up the setup. Something was wrong. Probably the down back. So I can mess it up too. Drewski has a little bit less experience with out of bounds, but is like nailing the door skips, so not too far behind. If Drewski could just hand me the controller after he's done with door skip, we would have we we could beat the record 5 times in a day. I think we'd just be on fire, unstoppable. But that's not how this game works. All right. I don't think Drewski's had a lot of time for attempts either. I've spent more time on attempts than Drewski has, so that's part of it. 2 player 0%. Well, neither myself nor Drewski know the 0% route yet. It's out there. AMH has posted it. There's some information. It's probably enough to figure it out. I definitely. Well, the document explains it too. I understand what they're trying to do. But I'm assuming that. Yeah. I'm assuming that when you practice, you know about the OOB tile viewer, right? You do. Like, I'm assuming that doesn't show up. Whoops. When the screen is orange. I don't know why I did that. And I really want to be able to see that. I want to be able to see what's going on. I started work on making the Prac hack X-ray proof, because you can crash the Prac hack just by using X-ray far enough out of bounds, because it overwrites the Prac hack memory. But that I haven't gotten very far on that either. So I need to wrap this up first. This first. But this is ending today or tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing. Well, if I don't get a sub 10, I'll probably continue attempts eventually, but I'll take a break and work on 0%. Or work on the Prac hack so that I can work on 0%. Also, I'm only going to be attempting 1 or 2 more runs right now. Maybe 3. I'll be doing runs later in the evening at my usual time. Probably about 2.5 hours from now. But I thought I'd get some in. Already feeling good. Got 1 door skip in. Hadn't seen one in a bit, so. It does show I do not have Drewski's vision, though, man. Drewski can somehow tell when his first input is bad. When he's early, when he's late, he says it's really hard to tell the difference. But I looked at that attempt, and I'm like, nope, that ain't good. That was good. It's crazy. I have to go entirely off feel. It felt good, to be fair. Like, I did like the attempt. I just looked at Samus and I was like, that doesn't look great. That looks like an E1. I cannot trust myself to abandon attempts. It's also going to be pretty hard for me to get the record if I have to bail on an attempt, because if I could consistently get like 448 bombs, it'd be fine. But I'm regularly behind Snick entering the out of bounds, and I think Snick's landing site's also faster than mine. If I get both moonfalls, I can sort of keep up with it, but it's even then I think Snick has slightly faster routing in the landing site. So I am relying on that 5D skip to make it all up. It does save. I think it saves like 15 to 20 seconds for me though. It's a good chunk. But yeah, for anybody asking, I do have. So I have the longer tutorial, which doesn't talk about 5D. It like briefly mentions 5D skip, and then I have the shorter one. Damn it. Okay, this is acceptable. The shorter one specifically covers 5D skip stuff, so people are wondering about that. It's out there. You have to listen to my terrible audio quality, unfortunately. But oh, that's bad, man. That sucks. Okay. 459 bombs. Let's go. Just imagine if the fastest, like, humanly completed run had a 459 bombs. I thought BT was scamming me, but I think there were like 2 missiles on top. Oh, that was dumb. Somehow recovered it, but I don't know what I was doing there. All right. If I get the skip, I'm going to be pretty quiet. It's a lot to remember. Should be fine. Let's go. Damn it. Oh, I did have it. Okay. Ooh, I'm a little ahead of stick, I think. Just barely. It's going to be close. That was a little bit slow. I'm probably going to need both moonfalls. And I did not get them both. Oh boy. Yeah, that was decently fast. Did not get that moonfall either. Really trouble now. Go. I might have done the same thing, by the way. Let's see. Oh! Hold! Yes! Yes! We got it! Woo! I almost did the same exact thing. I was like, oh, that tap was a little hard. It was a tap. Thank you, Drewski. Thank you, dude. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Snick, for finding this route. Let's be real here. I mean, I have more thank yous to come. Oh! We should save the animals. We do. I see it. Yeah, this was 4 seconds faster. Drewski, you were right. You told me it was 4 seconds faster. I didn't believe you. That was literally the exact same time. Oh, the IGT works. That is like spit and image, identical. I had the last run had only got one of the moonfalls, and I think it had a faster X-ray and a faster entry to landing site. I had a very clean landing site. Like the actual movement was really good. I didn't spend hardly any time backtracking. So I a little bit fortunate, I think, to pull that out. I'm happy that I did it without the 5D skip. Like this is a good run. Now, I think I'm going to continue attempts because I think I can beat this. I will not be upset if I don't, and I'm only going to try for the rest of the day and tomorrow. I got another day. That's right. That's right. And it, just that little correction, like just relax for the door skip, and all of a sudden I got 2 in a row. Like I did that Thursday. Last run was, yeah. Yeah, the last run died on the down back. I was worried I threw this one when I wasn't sure that I got the block. I actually thought I did not. And I went to check, and I was like, oh shit, I can't unmorph. I already got it. Like, I just wasted, like, 2 seconds at least doing that. Yeah, and I got 5D skip on that one. This wasn't even, like... I was behind Snick going into the skip, I think. Like, I really crushed the out-of-bounds movement to beat that time without moonfalls. I'm pretty happy about that. Snick did do a kind of safe X-ray. As I recall, he did the thing where you jump up and land. So I wasted a bit of time, but he also wasted a bit of time. Whew. Sorry, I sound like I'm putting down Stick's run. I'm saying this because I thought Stick's run was good. Like, I remember when Stick came out with that 930, I was like, I wonder if I could beat this. And I start doing practice, like, for many of my early attempts. I could not. For many of my early attempts. Oh, man. Thanks for GG's. All right. I was thinking I would switch to my phone for Mike. I don't think I have time to do it. I gotta get through the thank yous here, and I only got about 12 minutes to do it. So I'm just gonna go into it. And I'm already forgetting what I was going to start with. Oh, yeah. I would like to start by thanking my wife and daughter for being supportive of me. They don't always understand my streaming obsession. My daughter likes to know, why do I play a 32-year-old game? But you know what? They give me my time and space. They're giving me space to play today. So that's pretty cool. And I appreciate their support. I want to thank Snick and Animator Horse for coming up with this route. Um, it wouldn't have been possible without it. It's the stuff with the 5D block is really, I still don't fully understand what's happening. So it's pretty crazy they're able to get, and now they've moved on to getting 0% route to work with the 5D block. They're creating more blocks. Um, if they didn't put the work in, I don't know if it would ever be found. So really appreciate the people willing to put the time in and break this game even further. Just when you think it can't be broken more, it is. I want to thank Drewski for all the support he's given me over the last several weeks in this journey. He's been motivating me. Seeing him get the door skip figured out, it's it's like, maybe I can do this too. Maybe I'm not going to be quite as good or quite as fast, but it's still motivating to see other people. He gave me a couple of strategies that I used. He may have saved me the 4 seconds because I used that fourth ball fall down the parlor, and I also was trying to run and do a running jump through landing site, and like I said, it was probably my best landing site without moonfalls I've ever had, and uh, I do think Drewski helped me with that too. So appreciate all the support. I want to thank Summoning Salt for introducing me to this game, and I want to thank Zenny and Zost for bringing me in. So if you had asked me in college or after college um, to name the Metroid games, I would have said, well, there's Metroid, and then there's probably some game for the Super Nintendo, and then there's Metroid Prime. And if you told me, well, Metroid 2 was on the Game Boy, I'd be like, oh, I guess there wasn't a game for Super Nintendo then. That would have been my knowledge of this game, as in I had none. I didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up. Um, but one day I find one of Somebody Salt's videos on like Mario something, I'm sure, probably one of those. And of course, or maybe, oh, not even the Mac Turk one. It was probably the Mac Turk one. That's a great one. If you haven't seen that, jeez, that's a classic. Um, the quest to beat Matt Turk. And so I wanted to watch more. So I'm running through those videos, and I inevitably come across the Metroid, the Super Metroid videos, and then I keep going. And eventually, like a week later, I start running out of videos to watch. And I came back to Metroid and Super Metroid, and I think I came back to Metroid for the story, but Super Metroid, it wasn't just the story. It was I liked the movement. I liked the idea. Like most of the games, it was like do this one weird trick to beat the game, and you weren't really playing the game. But Super Metroid wasn't like that. You know, after that video, I got recommended a randomizer, like just a random randomizer race, and I was gonna be washing dishes for a while. I was like, sure, throw that on there. And it's just funny because I think if Somebody Salt's video had been about glitch movement, if that had been the main any percent category, like so many other speedruns out there, I don't know that I would have watched those videos. I don't even know if there would have been a randomizer tournament to make a video on. It's I think one of the things that makes Super Metroid popular is the in-game movement. It's like the speed running's built into the game. It's like the speed run is the way the game was meant to be played, meant to be watched, um, and it's a big part of why I got into it. I remember I'd be watching these randomizer races. I wouldn't know what the heck's going on. I'd hear him talk about waterway, like this long check. Should they make the check? And then gauntlet. And anytime they talk about gauntlet, somebody would die. It just seems like a bad place to go. I'd see this tube. Sometimes they'd run by it. Sometimes they break the tube. Sometimes they'd already be broken. And then you'd see, of course, the bosses. And occasionally you'd see somebody just like fly into a bug and fly across the room. Like they run into a bug and fly. And you'd see people go into lava dive and like they do something and suddenly they float all the way to the top of the room. And then you'd see, like, of course, the crate quick kill, the classics. Like there's just some really cool tech in Super Metroid. So after a while, I decided I wanted more. So I downloaded Twitch, got myself a profile, started searching. I found Zost's stream. Probably watch like once or twice a week for short periods of time. It wasn't like an everyday thing. One day, Zost is doing this like co-op run. It's like him and the other person are sharing health and resources and like boss kills. So like and they're having to coordinate because like if they're both fighting a boss at the same time, then they both need the ammo, and then like it's a problem, so they have to like spread out the run and like there's all this. There's like an extra layer of strategy, and this was must see TV. I am hooked. Like, oh, I gotta watch this. Now, I noticed that both people were streaming. Zost would have 250 viewers, and this other guy would have 28. Like, you know what? I think Zost has enough name recognition. I'll go watch this shiny Zenny guy. You know, I can help this guy out. You know, he could use a couple extra viewers. So I started following, and you know that only went on. That went on for a few weeks here, and you know they didn't play every day, but eventually that ended, and then it was back to just what Zenny was doing, which I think was a lot of 100%. And I really, you know, I stayed, and I it was kind of a smaller chat than what Zos had been, but it was a calmer. I really liked the community. It just seemed like there were people just talking, chatting about their day. It just seemed like a friendly place to hang out. I really liked that. So after a while, I eventually subscribed and I got deeper and deeper. And I was talking to people like Twinmo and Professor School. I want to call those two out specifically. They were in the chats a lot. Vincent RTA is another one. Call him out as well. Um, and it's just a nice place to be. And I really give Zenny's community a lot of credit for bringing me in. I might have lost interest. I might have gone on to some other uh, speed run or some other activity in life, but that community kept me coming back. So I really appreciate that. I wanted to thank Zenny and the community and the Super Metroid community in general, which I'll probably thank again. I want to thank Insane Firebat for all of the support on the practice hack. Um, he was my first follower. He always saw one of my videos about the Shine Tune and was immediately following me. Um, he's always been available in DMs. Like I probably it's either him or Count Cranberry that I probably talk to the most. Um, and you know whether it's about Super Metroid stuff, or it just uh, he's always been really helpful. He adds a lot of yeah, really, he is. It's great, and yeah, he's you know obviously he does a lot of work, not just even for the vanilla. He has a lot of work for ROM hacks. For he's ported the practice hack many places. He's got like he's been helping PJ Boy on the disassembly stuff, which is another call out I'll get to it like probably next. It's IFB. He's a little stubborn. He still races on SRL of all things, but you know he's a cool person. And yeah, I want to thank PJ Boy as well for all of the work that he did with this assembly. I mean, a lot of what we know, I I'm not even sure we would have this route here without the work that he's done with the assembly. Maybe we would. Maybe it would have come later. Um, but I sure know that there's quite a few things in the Prac Hack we wouldn't have. There's quite a few, or would have taken a lot longer to develop. It's just incredible how helpful that disassembly is, and it was a lot of work, a lot of work that he put into it. Him and others, but he's the main driver of it. So thank you. I want to thank Total for supporting the Prac Hack, for supporting the, the wiki. He does a lot of stuff for the community. Nobody Nada as well for work on the Prac Hack. I want to thank Ruya for her work doing the previous route in this category. The door skip trainer probably wouldn't exist without Ruya running that category. She motivated to create it. Now, I think by the time I made it, she didn't need it. She was just getting so good at the door skip, she didn't need it. But it was still, I'm still glad I had it. It's like I was making it for myself because I ended up using it a lot for this. So I really appreciate her work and her speed run of this. The 11 minutes flat is an incredible run. So I want to shout that out as well. I want to thank Chabo for running a task tournament. I have been using tasks to figure some of this stuff out, and the reason I had those task tools is because he ran this tournament a few years ago, and I got sucked into it and learned the task stuff for it. So I appreciate that. Um, oh man, I'm gonna start running out of thank yous here. Um, I can thank Edu for just being an awesome person. Edu's like the we have the comment what's Stream is like the speedrunner's favorite speedrunner. Like Edu's like the speedrunner's favorite like community person. I don't know what I don't know what the equivalent is, but man, Edu is just all like just the comments he makes, the crafts he puts up, like the it's special when Edu's in the community. We really appreciate you around. Right? Exactly, Drewski. I feel that way too. So appreciate you too. There are other people I should probably thank. I'm gonna start like for. I like that. I wish more people would have picked that up. Um, there's probably more people I could thank, should thank, but if I start naming any more names, I'm definitely gonna start leaving out other people I should. If I name this person, it's just I'm gonna probably call it there. I didn't have a script written out, and I already feel like I'm forgetting somebody, even on the people I was thinking of. So apologies if I forgot somebody I really should have thanked. Community is just great, man. Um, yeah, somehow I got it done in time. I gotta run. I was gonna do a run if I got a 5D skip. I got if I got a world record without 5D skip, I was gonna run it back. I'm gonna have to save the run back for later in the evening because I got to run here. But um, yeah, at least we got it. I don't know if I'll improve it or not, but this definitely takes the pressure off, and I feel like I've got good chances to get one 5D skip. All right, thank you all again. Glad, especially glad Drewski got to see this live because he's been in the streams almost every night. So I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you got here to see it. He saw the failed run a couple nights ago. That was so close. All right, thanks for watching.